Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Raghujan, and I'm going to explain how to work with a servlet, this request dispatchers. So this is the request dispatcher. It is an interface. So if you go and see here, public interface request dispatcher. So it is a interface. So um, inside the package from the Jakarta servlet, and it contains these attributes. um, you can use it if you want, and here contains two methods, forward and include, and each of these methods takes servlet request and servlet responses as arguments, and they throw these two exceptions, the servlet exception and the IO exception. And yeah, so and to we use request dispatchers uh, to send requests to the resources, such as the resources are the JSPs server and JSPs server and HTMLs, and we can use it to forward a request to a specific resource using the forward method, and we can include a resource in a response. And yeah, so using these three methods, we can instantiate a the request dispatcher object using these three methods. The first two are from the server context, and the last one is from the HTTP server request object. And using the server context object, you can call the get request dispatcher method, which takes a string as path, the path as the string, and the server context dot get name dispatcher also requires a string, and the request dot get the method, the get request dispatcher from the HTTP server request also requires an argument, the string as an argument. And yeah, so these three are the methods you can associate the object uh, the of the request dispatcher. Um, and here, these two images will explain more about the difference and how the forward and the include methods differ from each other. And here you can see, let me zoom in, and the forward method, the client will make a request to that specific servlet one, and the server one generates a response, and it forwards the forward it to the server request, the servlet 2, and it generates a response, and that response will be sent back to the client. And here in the include method, there's a slight difference. So what happens is client will make the request to that servlet 1, and the include method will be called, and the servlet 2 uh, creates a response, and the response will be sent back to the servlet 1, and the servlet 1 then creates the response, and the servlet 1's response will be uh, sent back to the client. So that's how it goes. So let's get into the examples. And yeah, and here I created these three JSPs, the login, form, index. So login contains a form which has two inputs. One is to get the email, and one is to submit the form. And here the home JSP just contains h1 tag, which says you better believe this is the home, and the index, which contains just a tag says hello server, this is index JSP page, you better believe it. And here I created a login servlet, which will be which will get the post request from the login.jsp, and another, yeah. And here, um, inside the do post method, I created this um, inside the do post method. I'm receiving the email that was sent from the that was that will come from the login.jsp, and we will store it as email. And here I'm checking the email. I'm trying to match the email. So this is the default email. So if this email uh, matches this specific string, so this is this rag.gmail, right? So if it matches that rag.gmail, we'll come to this block, and if it's not, we'll come to this block, right? And so I created two request dispatches just for the demonstration. You can use one of these. So I'm going to use the uh, I'm going to use the RD one, and let me comment out this one. And the RD2 is the one that I want to use. So it will forward the request and response objects to this RD2 request dispatcher, which has the home.jsp as the path. So I'm gonna rerun the server. I'm gonna delete some of these, close one of these once, and I'm gonna go and let's go to the login.jsp. I want to give I want to give a wrong email. So rag at gmail is the correct one. So I'm gonna give one rag at 123 at gmail. And if I give that, it should show me the same one, that is the same content that's inside the login servlet. And if I give the correct one, uh, but before that, I have to show you another thing. You can see the system, the println that I tried to print. Uh, this is printing after calling the RT include method. And so I'm going to give the right one. So rag at gmail.com, and this should show us the home page content inside the login servlet. Yeah, right. So if we go to the home servlet, like I showed you earlier, it just contains this h1 tag. So it shows the content inside the login servlet. And if I try to, instead of that, if I try to do this, uh, let's redeploy. USB via the console. I want to give the right one, and this time it will be redirected to uh, the actual login, the home.jsp. Here you can see home.jsp is the actual this is the actual one. So yeah, so that's how it goes. So you can use one of these, include the and the send and the forward, and you now know the difference between to send a redirect and the forward method, uh, because mm, you know the difference now. And yeah, so yeah, so that's pretty much for this video, I guess. Yeah, before before leaving, I had to say that include is very rarely used. um, but mostly the forward method get use a lot than the include method. And yeah, that's pretty much for the video. Yeah, thank you for watching.